Bradshaw made a cut toward the center and it just went out of bounds.
Galena to Henson. Henson back to Sorwinski. Shot on the way. 15-footer. No good. Rebound Galena. Indians unable to get a defensive rebound. Bounce pass inside, and it's going to be off the Indians to stay with Galena.
Jones just about took another step there, too, to get a third traveling call on him.
Jones, good-looking player for Galena as well. Sorwinski's older brother, I think, graduated last year. He's a heck of an athlete for Galena. Into Henson. Henson drives the baseline. Floater on the way. No good. Haney with the rebound. Haney with a majority of the rebounds for the Indians and almost stolen away. Cross-court pass too hard and out of bounds off of Lemon's hands, and another turnover by the Indians.
St. Paul's had about 4 straight opportunities to put this thing, get tied or at least ahead, and not able to take advantage of it.
Sorwinski with the basketball. 3:20 left to go before halftime. Galena leads by 2. Up top to Jones. Haney. Now Sorwinski drives the baseline. Cut off there by Dent. Good help. Even there's a walk. He called it. Jones did. He definitely traveled that time as he took a 2-step backwards to get his feet set. Above the timeline. By Albertini. 3-point by Cam. In and out. No good. The line to shoot to. Galena does not like that call. Foul on number 15, Kennedy, the senior. More than the girls did.
Ugly. I mean, there's from the hands, you don't see him having a chance of going in. I mean, I don't know.
Shelton with the basketball back into the game for the Bulldogs.
Tossing up trash.
2:11 left to go in the first. 2-point lead for Galena. Indians with multiple opportunities to tie or out. And Lawson will go to the line to on its way off the backboard. Good. Gives the Indians a 3-point lead. Bradshaw right over the head of Lemon. Lemon's ducked out of the way. And right out of bounds it goes, and another turnover on the Indians.
Indians giving this one away right now.
20-16, 4-point lead for Galena. 1:47 left to go here in the second quarter. Shelton with the basketball. Free throw line. Left elbow back to jump. The Indians able to cut that down to 2, but multiple possessions of the row. They've been stuck on 16, it seems like, for about 10 at the free throw line. And that's going to be a double dribble on Lemons. And a turnover right back to Galena as Dent comes back to the scorer's table for the Indians, as well as Smith. Oh, excuse me. Now Chase Bradshaw comes to the scorer's table for the Indians. Chandler, Bradshaw, and Lemons comes out on the way in there. Good. So now another 16. Galena up by 6, 45.8 left to go here before halftime.
St. Paul just
chases down. Goes to the right side of the lane, loses it for a second. Shot in front, blocked by Anderson. Carlson will go to the line to shoot 2. See if Collin can make a free throw. First free throw's off the front rim, no good.
Clank.
As when Keith tells it at halftime, it is going to be pathetic from the free throw line for the Indians. They've done a good job being aggressive, getting to the rim and getting fouled, but they just can't convert on a free throw. 5-point lead as Carlson makes his second free throw. 17 seconds left to go before half. 22-17, up by 5. Now 10 seconds. Albertini out there on Shelton. Between the halftime show after this 2-minute timeout. You're with St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. 25-17 in a up and down game. Indians was in 2 with a couple minutes going that half, and the Bulldogs pulled back out to a 8-point lead. A pretty sloppy play actually on both sides of the court, and poor free throw shooting by the Indians has give Galena a 8-point lead here, Keith.
Yeah, they came out, and I'll tell you what stands out is the rest of the scoring as it goes. High score for St. Paul is Caleb Lemons, but he's got 2 fouls on him. He scored 3 in the first quarter, and then he put up 5 in the second quarter. 1 is on a 3-point shot, and then Adam Albertini has 2 points. Easton Dent has 1 point on a free throw. Colin Carlson has 1 point on a free throw. Kenny Haney has 5 points, 1 of those on a 3-pointer as well, for a total of 17 points for the Indians. Taking a look at what the Bulldogs are doing, they have 2 points from Cooper Larson, and of course I mentioned Shelton with 9 points on 2 3-pointers, and then MJ Jones has 6 points. He scored 4 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter. Blake Booth with 4 points, and Logan Henderson with 4 points, for a total score 25 points for the Bulldogs.
What do you got for free throws there for the Indians, Keith?
For the Indians, I have 2 of 7, but I think they shot more than 7 shots on that. I must have missed something there, but 2 of 7 from the free throw line, and while the Bulldogs look like they're about 7.
Right now in the first half, if I was to assess them, it's their offensive rebounds has been a problem. Kenny Haney cleaning up the boards with quite a few rebounds, but there's quite a few rebounds defensively. They've given Galena multiple shots at the basket, and also too many turnovers against a Galena team. You can't turn the ball over. I'm not sure how many turnovers. To the boys, I know that it's probably pretty frustrated, but the effort's there, so keep playing hard, and they'll straighten some things up here in the second half, see if they can't square some shooting up. And you're listening to the Bet Health Halftime Show. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105.
You.
Second quarter, but unable to convert. Had multiple chances to either get into this game. What's the keys to the second half, Keith?
Well, I think if, like you think St. Paul can settle down, that's one thing. They're just giving the ball away. They're using soft hands, not catching the ball. They're looking past the cap. Like I say, St. Paul just needs to take advantage of it.
And they have to secure more defensive rebounds in the second half if they want to climb back into this game. Their defenses seem to start this third quarter as there's about a minute left to go here before we start the second half. We're going to take one more 1-minute break. We'll be back after this 1-minute break. This is St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Haney over to Lemons at left guard. Man-to-man defense applied by Galena, and a shot from the left elbow by Shelton up to Sarwinski. Thought about the 3, passed it up. Jones now with it over the right wing to Sarwinski. Albertini has the daunting task at guarding him, trying to keep him from cannon threes as he's hot hand. Sarwinski left wing, long 3-pointer, too long. And Albertini with the rebound for the Indians. Albertini, right wing, feeds it back to Lemons. Lemons to bounce pass off of a foot, no call made.
Yeah, that'll be kicking.
And it ends up in Bradshaw's hands. It should have been an easy kick call. Over to Haney. Back Up top to Dent. Dent holds the ball over his head, over to Albertini. He loses it for a second. Now off. That's another kick and no call. Out of bounds off his shot to go here in third. 25 to 6 or 19. Turnaround shot by Haney. Long off the rim. Sarwinski with the rebound. On the backside. Sarwinski bounce pass inside to Jones. Ball fake up. Haney with the block. But they're going to call a foul on Haney, and they'll send Jones to the line to shoot two.
At least Haney made sure he didn't finish on that. That's nothing worse than getting the foul and watching him finish.
Kenny Haney's 6'2", but he plays much, much taller than him. Cans the first free throw, takes it back up to a 7-point lead as he settles in for his second. And back on its way and back up to 8. As Haney with the basketball feeds it back to Albertini against the press, over to Lemons. Lemons double teamed, gets around the first double team. Now this to Galena goes. Shelton with the basketball, feeds it to Sarwinski, the young freshman, good-looking young freshman player for Galena. Bounce backs inside to Jones, ball fake into the center of the lane. Back out to Sarwinski, drives the baseline, up and under, no good, but he's going to be fouled by Haney, and Haney's going to pick up a quick 2 fouls. That's 2 team fouls on the basket. Sarwinski makes the first free throw. Now it's a 9-point lead for Galena.
That's his first points of the night.
Sarwinski's second free throw on its way, long, no good. Haney with the rebound. And feeds it off to Albertini. Triple team top of the key off the Lemons, and he throws it out of bounds. 9-point lead for Galena. Sarwinski wide open for 3, passed it up, now dribbles the elbow, short. Henderson with the rebound, feeds it to Jones, cross court to Shelton, out of the booth to the corner of the baseline. Now back up to Shelton. Lob inside, turnaround shot by Jones, goes right in there. Good looking shot by him.
Jones doing a great job of getting space from Kenny Haney, just backing out a little bit, taking the shot instead of trying to do something contested.
Albertini out to Haney. Haney drives the baseline, bumped by Sarwinski. And there'll be a foul on him. 30-19, 11's Lawson. They have as many turnovers in this quarter as they have shots at their own basket. Here a defensive rebound off the misses down to Dent in the corner. Dent at the baseline, cut off. Bradshaw over to Lemons, 3-point shot left wing off the rim, no good. Dent with a rebound, put back, no good.
First foul on Shelton. I had his name.
Yeah, Shelton, J.C. Shelton, yes. First shot by Dent on the way, and right through there, and good. Court loose, and now Galena comes out there with it. Hard down the court. Here's Shelton. He's going to travel with the basketball. Turn it back over to the Indians. More of a rare turnover. Out of bounds on Galena. It'll stay with the Indians.
That was a hot potato there. That went up in the air off of Albertini, then off Jones, and back up to Albertini, and then finally Jones.
To Shelton. Shelton at the left baseline. Feeds it back up top. And that is Lawson with it. And there's a foul on the Indians. That'll be the 3rd team foul. That is on number 15, Easton Dent. Big Galena basketball under their own rim. They lead 32-20.
That's a 3rd on Dent. He's going to find himself in trouble here in a little bit.
They get it in to Henson. Almost a steal by the Indians. They get on the floor.
St. Paul just does not get those balls, those loose ones. They seem like they always go to Galena.
And that goes back to Lawson. Lawson shot in lane, blocked by multiple Indians. Bradshaw, Lemons, and Haney all in on it.
But I keep it all on the ball.
Henderson and Kennedy come back to the scores table for Galena. Jones comes out as well as Shelton. Galena's basketball under their own rim. They lead by 12. 3:40. Long 3-pointer by Lemons is good from the right wing. And timeout. Coach Wattrick, 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul. Well, welcome back to Billy Fager Fieldhouse here in St. Paul, Kansas, where the Indian boys trail Galena by 11, 32-23. It was an 8-point lead for Galena at halftime. Galena with possession of the basketball. So Sarwinski back in the game.
as bad as it's been playing, you'd think that Galena would have had a 15, 20-point lead on St. Paul, but they just haven't been able to finish lately either.
Lob over the head of everybody and out of bounds off. Bad pass by Sarwinski, trying to feed it into Henderson. Indians has controlled the ball pretty well against this zone press, but unable, just on multiple occasions, make bad passes. Lemons back to Bradshaw, drives the baseline, left-handed shot on the way, off the rim, no good. Haney with an offensive board, turnaround shot by him, off the rim, no good. Henderson with the rebound. Sarwinski comes down the floor with it, right side, now top the key to Henderson. Henderson looks inside, feeds it to number 3.
He was just super skinny when he first came up, I remember.
Second foul on Albertini. First free throw no good by House as Carlson comes in for Chandler Bradshaw. As right now it's Haney, Albertini, Carlson, Dent, and Lemons in the game for the Indians. Second shot on its way and off the rim, no good. Dent with a rebound. Albertini about loses it to the floor, and they're going to call a block on Galena. Coach Wadrick trying to call timeout. Same time the block was called.
That's a tough one for the referees to call on that because the other guy was moving at the time. And
who was that foul on? Key number 3 for Galena. House is first. Feed in from Haney to Albertini, top of the key to Caleb Lemons, back to Albertini, now over to the wing to Haney. Haney steps up, 15-footer on the way, in and out, no good. Lemons with the putback and good from the baseline. Caleb Lemons has put together a pretty good ball game so far for the Indians, and they are back within 7, excuse me.
They can make a run, maybe get this down under 5 at quarter.
House turnaround shot, no good. Albertini with the rebound. He pushes the ball up the sideline, slows it down, crosses half court with it. Top of the key, puts a couple moves on, feeds it back to Lemons. Lemons, top of the key, shot on the way, in and out, no good. Paul Carlson fighting for it, tipped inbound, saved to Galena. Sarwinski with the basketball, drives down hard, kicks it out, three-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good. Henderson pushes Carlson from behind, but gets away with it, gets a rebound. Sarwinski with the basketball, back up top to Kennedy. Now back to House. House feeds it to Henderson, drives on Carlson, swatted away by Haney, and knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be off of blue and to the Indians.
Not like that call over here. We're sitting on the Galena side, obviously, where we broadcast from.
Wholesale changes by Galena. I believe 4 in and 4. I'm not sure how many subs came in. Henderson's still in the ball game. I see Booth in there now, as well as Shelton, Jones, and Lawson back in the game. So 4 or 5 changes for Galena. Here comes that trap defense. Albertini cross-court pass. Lemons comes out of there with it. Lemons towards the elbow, pull up, shot by him, off the rim, no good. Shelton with the rebound. Shelton pushes the ball to the floor, 3-on-1, all the way to the rim, shot on its way, a charge on Shelton. Good defense by Lemons. He took the dribble away. Shelton could have given that ball up early, and he kept going.
And they, I tell you what, St. Paul is just not getting under control. That shot by Lemons right before that was he was dribbling haphazardly. You knew that shot didn't have a chance going in because when you're not in control, you can't set a shot down.
Albertini over to Lemons. Lemons towards the elbow. Now cross-court pass to Albertini. Albertini back to Lemons, sets his feet. Thought he was going to take a three, passed on it. Feeds it back to right wing to Albertini. 56 seconds. Now Dent back to Albertini. Cross-court pass to Haney. Sets his feet. Three-pointer on the way. Long, no good. And it's going to go back to Galena with 47.4 seconds left to go. 32-25. Galena giving a three to the Indians off that aggressive defense, but they're just unable to make one as of late. Shelton with the basketball back to Booth. He walked. As now Chandler Bradshaw comes to the scorer's table for the Indians.
And you get out some, Easton Dent with those 3 fouls.
Dent gets out of the game with 41.2 seconds left to go. Indians see if they can scratch something out of this possession, try to cut into this 7-point lead of Galena's. Albertini cross-court pass over to Lemons. Now to the corner to Haney. That's where Haney needs to drive to the basket door where they got numbers. Haney set point, three-point shot, left point, good. Got it. Haney nails a three, 32 to 28, 4-point lead for Galena. 20 seconds left. Shelton up to Jones. Jones top of the key, dribbles back up, 15 seconds left to go in the third, 13-12. Shelton holds it against Albertini. They need to keep it out of his hands. Now to Lawson, and that's going to be a timeout with Galena with 7.8 seconds left to go in the third. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to Billy Fager Fieldhouse. Indians down by as many as 13 now, back within 4. 7.8 seconds left to go in the third. Galena basketball into the backcourt to Shelton. Adam Albertini picks him. He's going to take a long three again above that timeline. He drives all the way towards the lane. Never mind. Block. Oh, man. Haney blocks that shot. Shelton ends up on the ground, and they blow the whistle, give him 2 shots.
Looked like a lot of ball on that one.
Pretty clean block to me. Third foul on Kenny Haney as Shelton will go to the line to shoot 2. That time Shelton didn't pull up, take the long three, drove right to the rim. Good hard drive. His first free throw is well short. With 1.5 seconds left to go, Indians now the Galena back out of the free throw line as Shelton's second free throw is on its way and short, no good. Carlson, long heave, no good. So at the end of 3, 32-28, 4-point lead for Galena. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to Billy Fager Fieldhouse here in St. Paul, Kansas, where start of the fourth quarter, Indians trying to claw their way back into this game. They trail by 4, 32-28.
Yeah, it looks like St. Paul actually outscored Galena in that quarter, 11 points to 7.
Another quarter like that, this game will be tied. Sarwinski with the basketball. Back up top. Now to Jones. Jones back to Sarwinski. Back to Booth. Booth guarded by. Back up top. Now to Henderson. Back over to Sarwinski. Good man-to-man defense by the Indians. Lob inside to Henderson. Couple ball fakes. Drives against Bradshaw. Makes a little room. Shot good. Good, tough shot. Pretty good defense by Chandler Bradshaw. 6-point lead for Galena. 7:22 left to go in the game. Bradshaw with the basketball. Back over to Albertini. Over to Lemons. Lemons step up. 15-footer in there. As he ends up on the floor. No call. 30-34. Indians trail by 4. Sarwinski feeds it ahead to Booth. He walked. No call made. Henderson with the ball over to Sarwinski. Sarwinski guarded by Lemons. Long three-point shot, top of the key, on its way in and out, no good. And that's going to be tipped and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Galena as Haney and Jones both tipping that ball around, and it went out on Haney. is the official's call. Galena basketball under their own rim. 6:53 left to go in the game. Galena up by 4. Jones feeds it into Booth. Back to Jones against Haney. Drives in, spin move. Short, no good. Rebound Henderson. Now the ball's loose, and that's going to be off of Booth and go back to the Indians.
But two different players kicked that one. I think St. Paul might have kicked that before Galena, so St. Paul very fortunate we didn't get a kick in the ball call.
Now Galena backs into a man-to-man. Albertini down with the basketball. Albertini's been pretty quiet, especially from three-point land here tonight.
You'd like to see him get hot tonight.
And Albertini all the way in the lane, just as I said. Oh, a little hard off the rim. Misses it. Feet ahead to Booth. Booth across court, back layup, good.